Also, hey, before we start this video, you'll be seeing some Spider-Man Remastered PS5 gameplay. I haven't played in a little bit, all right? I'm a little rusty, okay? So I just got some gameplay. There's some me just, you know, fighting some crime and everything, and it may not look pretty sometimes, okay? It's not that bad, all right? But yeah, there might be some questionable moments. I'm sorry about that, right? I wasn't properly warmed up as Spider-Man. And also, if my voice sounds funny, I'm still getting over COVID. Sorry about that too. All right, let's go to the video. First and foremost, this channel is about the latest and greatest in PlayStation games, hardware, etc., right? And it really dawned on me a few days ago that why aren't I covering when PlayStation games come to PC, right? And giving them all the info you would need to know, what is coming with this release on PC, what exactly is changing from the PS5 or PS4 versions of this game, and why aren't I covering that here on the channel? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's still a PlayStation game that is coming to another platform at that, but still at its core a PlayStation game. So what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, wanted to hear back your PlayStation source, and this is going to be the Spider-Man PC all info video where you'll get to know all the details, features, minimum spec sheets, and of course which features are specific for PC that will be enabled through this release of Spider-Man coming up on Friday. Links below in the description to not only the PlayStation blog, but another announcement via Twitter from Insomniac Games that does unveil a really cool type of verification. I'll leave it at that, you know what I'm saying? We will get to that later on in the video, but in case you didn't know, this is going to be Spider-Man Remastered coming to PC, developed by Insomniac Games and Nixxes, which is the PC-centric developer that is most prominent for PC porting of different games and projects in the past. And what's notable about this is that this is, as far as I'm aware, their first project under first party naming with PlayStation, and so this is their first project that they are bought by PlayStation. So very curious to see how they do with this whole package, and if it runs well, that must bode well for future releases on PC, because we know Horizon Zero Dawn had a shaky launch and everything, so maybe it's all alleviated here with Nixxes and their expertise. But it is releasing this Friday, August 12th on Steam and Epic Game Store for $60 flat. So first up, let's go over some of the specific PC features that will be available on this release. Now, starting off with here, we have ray tracing, which is not specific to PC. You do have ray tracing on PS5 with Spider-Man Remastered, but ray trace reflections are available across the game for those with hardware that supports them. Reflections also have varied quality levels, one of which is a new higher quality ray trace mode that offers even more city detail when web swinging and fighting crime in Marvel's New York. So that higher end quality ray trace mode, I'm assuming, is going to be the one that is going to be PC specific and probably was not possible on PS5 as a whole, right? So that one's gonna be very much exclusive to the PC market, but there is ray tracing on PS5, of course, but there is going to be more enhanced ray tracing here with the PC release. Next up here, we have a couple of NVIDIA specific things involving NVIDIA DLSS. With NVIDIA DLSS, aka Deep Learning Super Sampling, increases graphics performance using dedicated Tensor Core AI processors found only on GeForce RTX GPUs, boosting frame rates with uncompromised image quality. You're also getting NVIDIA DLAA, which is Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing, is an AI-based anti-aliasing mode for GeForce RTX gamers who have spare GPU headroom and want higher levels of image quality. So y'all know out there, I am a PS5 gamer first, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here on the PC Master Race, but I did do my research and I have quick basic definitions of DLSS and DLAA. Once again, there are much better resources out there. This is just me finding the basic type of explanation for these features. DLSS is going to allow the game to run natively at a low resolution like 1080p, thus having better performance because it is at that lower resolution at 1080p. However, with the help of AI, it will be upscaling the image to look like 1440p and 4K, even though at its native resolution it is running at 1080p. Thus, you're able to get better performance while also getting the benefits of a better resolution on the image. When it comes to DLAA, that is going to handle where it will give you better anti-aliasing at a native resolution of your choosing. And so if you're at 1080p native and you have a lot of anti-aliasing, which is when you look at, vertical, lines in a game, they'll be jaggy because you're looking at a pixel made image, right? Like your monitor is made of a bunch of different pixels. So sometimes if you have straight lines, you'll see some jaggies in games, right? That's aliasing. And so what this system will do is that it will help alleviate that anti-aliasing and make it look a lot better at native resolutions. Next up, they do outline really good support for wide screens. If you have an ultra wide that's 21:9, a panoramic which is 32:9, which is crazy, or an NVIDIA multi-monitor or just regular 3-monitor setup, you'll be able to run the game in all different facets from a widescreen perspective. They do highlight some neat rendering systems that will be in this PC release, one of them being SSAO, which once again, not a PC guy, I'm a PS5 guy. However, the SSAO is going to enable things like ambient occlusion, which is a rendering method that provides an approximation of how bright light should be at different parts of a visible surface. And so it'll affect the lighting and make it look more realistic and more better on this PC release with Spider-Man Remastered. You'll also get texture filtering, level of detail quality, shadows, and more. The blog also made note of different rendering modes like windowed mode, full screen mode, and exclusive full screen mode. I tried to look into it and really was confused at the difference here. I guess when you're just full screen, you can open up different windows and have the game still running, as opposed to exclusive full screen where that's just like a normal full screen. I'm not really sure. I tried. But what I do know a lot about is the PC support of DualSense from the PS5 controller. Of course, you will have adaptive triggers and haptic feedback if you're using the PS5 DualSense controller on PC, as well as, of course, they have mouse and keyboard support as per usual with innumerable remapping options, as they said on the blog. Multiple accessibility features, including achievements and cloud saves, are also on both Steam and Epic Game Store as well. Did not see a full accessibility list, but I have been seeing a lot of settings from the PC release that have been leaked on the internet. You can go Google that for yourself. I won't be sharing that here, but feel free to go, search out the internet for those screenshots of the settings of the PC version of Spider-Man Remastered, because they are indeed out there. And one of the big things that has happened to gaming in 2022 is the Steam Deck, and it is indeed Steam Deck verified here by the Insomniac Games account on Twitter. They say here, quote, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered is Steam Deck verified. So hope y'all enjoy that. If you have a Steam Deck, you know what I'm saying? Does this mean we'll never get a Vita 2? Probably. Will we ever get a PlayStation handheld someday? I sure hope so. I sure hope so, man. Next up here, I will be bringing up here on screen the PC specs. We have the minimum, the optimal specs, and the, what you need for ultra settings and all that great stuff, all here laid out in this fancy dancy PC specs graph here. And so I know I heard a lot of people say that like they were kind of upset that you needed to have a lot of bulky and very expensive and very high-end PC gear to run this at the absolute best quality, right? I did hear that, so for the PC guys down below, what are your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that these PC specs are too high? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And the last thing to go over here in this video are the pre-purchase bonuses. If you buy this game early on Steam and Epic Game Store, you'll be getting the following things here. And just to quickly mention here as well, with the Remastered, it automatically comes with the 3-part DLC, The City That Never Sleeps, for Spider-Man. Now, I thought that overall it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's not the greatest piece of DLC in the world, but hey, I think you'll like it. If you want a little more Spider-Man in your life, you can never go check out that DLC. Very cool stuff there. But you'll be getting access to the Iron Spider suit from Infinity War, Spider-Punk suit, and the Velocity suit, as well as the early unlock of the Spider Drone gadget and 5 extra skill points for early unlocks with your pre-purchase of Spider-Man Remastered on PC. And that is about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed the all info video for Spider-Man Remastered on the PC, let me know your thoughts. What are your favorite features that you can't wait to see? Also, what I really want to know from y'all, okay? This is definitely what I'm looking forward to with this PC release. I don't have a PC, right? But I cannot wait to see the mods on Spider-Man. These are gonna go crazy. We're gonna see Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. We're gonna have a whole separate mod DLC that's gonna be the Spider-Verse. It's gonna be crazy probably, but cannot wait to see that. Let me know your thoughts down below in that comment section. Also, while you are down there, make sure you don't forget our Discord in the description. You can find links to that Discord, our Twitter, and of course our Anchor link that you can listen to Road to Part 1, the weekly podcast series dedicated to any and all things The Last of Us Part 1 as we lead to release of the game, where we will be reviewing and perhaps spoilering the game. Spoiling what? Spoiling the game maybe? We'll see what we do, but we're going to definitely, above all else, assess The Last of Us Part 1 in all facets. There's 2 episodes live right now. Definitely go check out that if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.